It's the 14th annual North Iowa Tractor Ride presented by Klapperich Farm Systems, and look who's here. I got the owner of Coloff Media, Jim Coloff, and he is part of this tractor ride. You like to get right into it, don't you?
Harry, I do. I love these old tractors, and I love hearing the stories about them and talking to all the farmers who are driving them, and just a great group of people, and fun to see all these old antique tractors out here on the roads of Iowa.
Tell everybody where you're at right now and where you're going.
I am in the big town of Dalby, Iowa. If you looked at a map, I don't even think it'd be a pinhole on the map, because really all that Dalby is the church you see in the background over my shoulder. This is the Old East Paint Creek Lutheran Church in Dalby, Iowa. And that's it. That's Dalby, Iowa, is the church that's behind me. And now home to 75 antique tractors as well.
That's awesome. Well, we've just doubled or tripled or quadrupled the population, I guess, right?
Yeah. They're doing a new census here in Dalby. New census report coming out soon. But the folks here, we're here for a little break. The ladies in the church did a great job. All sorts of sweets and coffee and juice and rolls and anything you'd expect to have. All our riders are enjoying right now. And then we're heading to Lansing, and we'll have lunch at the Key High School up in Lansing. And then up there is when we do our three-state tour. So that's when we dip our toe into Wisconsin, or our tire, you might say. And all of the tractors will ride over the bridge there and make a turnaround in Wisconsin. We're not there long. We're doing a quick visit. And then we're heading back to Iowa. Then tomorrow we'll get up into Minnesota. So that's our tri-state tour that we've got here today and during the North Iowa Tractor Ride.
Well, maybe you can stop long enough to have some cheese curds.
Yeah, cheese curds and maybe some spotted cow. I don't know. We'll find something over there.
There you go. Very good. I want to say that we had a great turnout for amount of tractors here this year. Obviously, we still did it last year, but because of our weird year that we were having, of course, people wanted to be on the side of caution. But this year, I think they came out in full force, didn't they?
They did. We've got 187 tractors that showed up for the ride, and probably another 30, 40, 50 people that are along for the ride, maybe even more than that this year. What we found this year is a lot of families getting together. I think, as you said, Harry, last year, people couldn't do this like they wanted to. And so what we're seeing this year is not just the single riders. We're seeing a lot of double riders. We've got the rider seat, the guest seat. And then a lot of the tractors have what we might call it the hog wagon in the back. But they've got them all juiced up and fancy seats on them. And we've got grandkids, we've got nieces and nephews and all sorts of extra riders this year, which is kind of fun to have a crowd during the tractor ride.
That is awesome. Everybody comes out. It's like a big, giant parade. Everybody's going to wave, and just like the Iowa wave, and stuff like that. So have you, obviously this is a big tradition for a lot of riders every year, but have you seen some new people this year?
We have. I just talked to Jerry from Laverne, Minnesota. That's probably from here, I would say a 4.5, 5 hour drive maybe. And he made the drive over. This is his first North Iowa Tractor Ride, he said. But he came, he'd heard about it before, never could make it. And this area interested him. He thought it'd be real scenic over here in Lansing and around Walk-On. So Jerry made the trip with his wife and is our newest North Iowa Tractor Rider this year.
Have you already started putting together some great highlights just even after one day?
Yeah. We've had a couple low lights. We had the one tractor, as soon as he unloaded yesterday, he started it up, pulled off, and blew the engine. So he had the loader back up, and he was heading home to work on it. He's probably working on it this morning. So we've had a couple low lights, but mostly highlights. Great dinner last night, barbecue dinner. The folks in Walk-On have done a great job. Artie, the tourism director and economic development director, went all out. Whatever we needed, she took care of. So the folks at the high school hosting us there, nice air-conditioned room outside the gym and the lunchroom. And now this first stop, Dalby, we've been treated like royalty here. So I expect that'll continue, and we're going to have lots of great memories around Northeast Iowa this time.
And your overnight stay tonight is where?
We go back to Walk-On, so we cloverleaf out of Walk-On.
I see.
That way we park our tractors and our trailers there. All these gentlemen, they trailer their tractor here, and then we park that in one location, and we just cloverleaf out. So today we're heading north, and tomorrow we'll head south of Walk-On and check out the sites down to the south a little bit.
So how much time on the tractor in a day? I mean, is that about what, 6 to 8 hours or what?
Yeah, I mean, we left about 8 a.m. this morning, and I think we get back about 4. So that's a good 6-8 hours on the tractor. 75 miles today, and about 54 tomorrow. So they're on those tractors all day long.
How many cabs? I was going to say, how many cabs with air conditioning? Oh, the rest of them are open.
No, we don't allow cabs with air conditioning. That's one of the rules. Yeah, you got to be all natural on this tractor ride.
That's the way to be. Well, and some of these farmers take a lot of pride in some of their old classics that they have.
And I'll just show you a few here, Harry. Just take a look here. Yeah. We're seeing the back of them, but you can see a lot of them will have the covers, the keep the sun off. And we do have one cab there, but he kind of snuck in.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a pretty cool deal. Look at this old Farmall.
Same size. Do we have any rules about the size of the tractor at all, or?
Well, they need to be old tractors. We don't. Yeah, they're about the same. We've got some from the 50s. That's pretty much the oldest we've got, and then we've got some that are probably from the 70s, and we do have a few that are probably from the 80s. But for the most part, these are the old tractors that these gentlemen probably grew up on, and they worked the farm with their dad or their grandpa or their aunts and uncles.
That's kind of cool that you have a great variety too. A lot of John Deeres. You got some Farmalls. It looks like right there. You probably have some cases, some Case IHs. You probably got some Olivers even. My dad.
We do have Olivers.
Yeah, he used to work for the Oliver plant in Charles City, White Farm, and years ago, of course. So, well, what an exciting time, Jim. Maybe to finish up, maybe tell everybody why, obviously you're the owner of the radio station, but this is a lot of fun for you. You're in a lot of them, and basically just stay walking. We are part of it.
You know what? This is what Iowa's about. This is about celebrating heritage. It's about memories. It's about the history of farming in Iowa. It goes beyond that. This is a hobby for these men and women, but it's their history. It's their heritage. And this is where Iowa farming grew up, on these tractors. You think about back in the 50s and 60s, these were the big monster tractors of the day. There were no 80-20s. There were no huge monster all-wheel drive. This is it. So this is really a history lesson for me. Every year I come and I hear stories about these tractors and how much it meant for them to be part of these machines.
Well, it's a big day in the life of the Fox. It's a big day in the whole year of Coloff Media, and Jim is even missing his class reunion this weekend for this. For this
part of it. I'll make the 35 plus one tomorrow night. I'll be there for that.
Very good. Okay, Jim, thank you so much for joining us, and please keep it safe and have a great ride today. Okay.
Thanks, Harry. Thank you.
You bet.